What's up, everybody? This is Built from Average. I did change my channel name to Built from Average because I really want to make this like a long journey. But this is currently my lunchtime, so I gotta be quick. So, really impromptu idea that I just had. I was like, you know what? What would happen if I bulk? And the reason for that is this is technically my true first year of like weightlifting consistently in the proper way. So quick story. So I technically have been lifting weightlifting and strength training since 2009. I did semester of weight class in high school 2009 for 4 months. Of course, I was in track and field and cross country, so every now and then we'd go to the weight room and do stuff. But it's just like I didn't know what I was really doing, right? Um, and then like for a decade plus, maybe for like out of the year, like 1 month, I would go to the gym, work out, be motivated, and then like, I don't care about this. Um, and then last year, super late May, maybe like May 24th, I started like, let me actually try to weightlift consistently. Usually I do it for like a month. Let me actually try to do more than a month. And I was able to weightlift till like late November. So late May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So about 7 months. Let's just say like let's say 6 months. Just whatever. Um, and I did that. Then I was like, I got really fat. Because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just weightlifting, watching a whole bunch of videos. Weightlifted, felt strong, but also felt weak at the same time, and I looked bad. Um, but this year, I finally decided to lose weight the proper way. After all the knowledge I've gained on how to lose weight, doing the proper way and everything, I lost the weight, lost about 30 pounds. This is what I currently look now and stuff. I am flexing, but this is how it looks. I already ate, but whatever. Um, and then I was like, wait. Throughout these years, I've never really truly done it the right way, like weightlifting the right way. Whenever I bulked, it wasn't on purpose, and I wasn't doing it right. I wasn't getting enough sleep, really important. Wasn't getting enough protein. Probably a lot of carbs, really a lot of carb, eating the bad way. So super dirty bulk with not eating enough protein. I was never going to failure. I didn't start to go into failure until this year in May, right? So just a whole bunch of things that maybe I did gain some muscle from doing the weightlifting and definitely doing push-ups and pull-ups, but not really the proper way. So this marks my true start of serious weightlifting the proper way, getting enough sleep, getting enough protein, enough carbs, enough fat for hormones, training to failure, not freaking 20 reps in reserve, or not stopping when I feel uncomfortable and going all the way until like, I'm shaking. Um, so this really is the start of, to me at least, my true weightlifting. I started in late May of 2025 of this year. Um, but now this month is when I really set, like, I dialed in at like a workout where I can get everything I need, all the compound lifts and accessories. And I'll do a video of that on later, but how much time do I got? Oh man, I still gotta eat. Okay. Um, so yeah, starting today is really impromptu. Is where I'm gonna start eating at. I'm gonna start eating 2,500 calories. I eat usually 2,200 because I think that's where my maintenance is, based on how much activity I do. But I'm gonna bump it up to 2,500. According to ChatGPT, it told me that's what my maintenance is based on all the stuff I do now. So I'm gonna see for like the next week, 2 weeks, average out. Am I gaining weight? Am I losing weight? Or am I staying the same? If I'm staying the same, I'm gonna bump it up. If I'm losing weight, I'm gonna really bump it up. And if I'm gaining, depending on how much, then I'm good. Then 2,500 is my surplus. But yeah, for the next year, today is July Today's Thursday, July 10th, 2025. For the next year, I'm gonna be bulking the smart way. It's not gonna be a fully clean bulk. I'm gonna still, have like McDonald's and Wendy's and some cake and stuff, but I'm gonna do it the smart way. Not go over my calories once I figure out what my true surplus is. Getting enough protein, getting enough sleep, enough fat, training intensely, and keeping it consistently. See how much muscle I can gain. I'm trying to get to 170 pounds, maybe 172. Let's say if I get to weight gain 170 pounds, and that's pretty basically like Chat GPT, because that's my coach, says I would gain 8 pounds of muscle and then 2 pounds of fat, and then if I cut down back to 160, if I do it the right way, slow, nice cut, not too aggressive, I should gain or keep all that muscle and still lose the fat. And apparently, like right now, I'm like 15-60% body fat, and if I were to lose, if I, bulk the year, gain that muscle, cut back to 160 in like 10 weeks, that would put me like at 10% or 11% body fat, which is crazy. And I still get to keep that muscle. So I'm really excited to see how that's going to work. I've never done an actual purposeful bulk. I've never really weightlifted the right way. So this is basically the start of my journey. It's going to be hopefully a less than 10-minute video. But yeah, this is really impromptu. Now, I already ate today. I've eaten some chips and stuff like that. But let me see what my waist, hip, and neck measurement is. Just to see. Just real quick. Okay, this is what I currently look like right now. Unfortunately, most of my body fat goes in the midsection. But, my arms look, decent stuff. Chest, not too much fat, I think. But it really goes here. So let me just do this real quick before my lunch is over. I'm going to do just slightly. Damn, what the hell? Okay, ooh, this is cold. Whew. This is cold. Okay. Right here, right above the belly button. I'm going to tighten it. 31. And then I'm going to do the neck. What's this? So 14 and a half. And then hip is weird, really weird. I'm not even going to do the hip. Screw the hip. Doesn't matter. So 31 for the waist, 14 and a half for the neck. Today I weighed in at 160 pounds. I did weigh myself like at 5:30 a.m. was when I went to the gym. So it's possible maybe I'm like 159-ish because I usually piss when I wake up at 7 a.m. usually. So, but 160 pounds, 31 inch of the waist, 14 and a half for the neck. If I measured wrong, let me know. I don't know for this. Last time I did biceps or whatever, it was like 15 something inches. But let me do a quick check. So I'm not sure if you can see my full body. Let me back up a little bit more. Hopefully I keep the same light setup in a year's time. That way, I'll be good. And then flexing. And then pulling down. Double bicep pose. This. Okay. And then I'm not really good with the lat spread, but yeah, this is how it looks here. I moved the camera a different way so you can see more, but yeah, I guess it wasn't showing my stomach, but this is what it looked like, lighting right here. Yeah, whatever. All right, let's get it started. I plan to do maybe weekly, monthly videos to see how my progress is. That way, you guys know, and I know, keeping myself accountable for the future. Hopefully, I actually do the full year. Sometimes I do stuff like this and then I just don't. I just stop. But hopefully, I actually stay consistent for sure. But that's the plan. In 1 year's time, we'll see how it look. How stronger I got. The only thing I can think of to say is that back in June, I finally tested my 1 rep max for a whole bunch of the compound exercises, which I've never done before. For bench press, I think I weighed like 158-ish pounds or 160. I do have a video of it. I did my 1 rep max at 245. For squats, I did 2 reps at 235. I weighed like 158 something. Technically, that would put my 1 rep max maybe at 255. For overhead press, I did 1 rep max of 140. Still similar weight of like 158 between 160. For deadlift, I'm still really new to deadlift. I mean, I was actually really new to deadlift, Romanian deadlift, overhead press. Never done that before. Barbell row is not really considered one of the weight things, but I started doing that as well. The only one that I was really used to was the bench press. Squat, I hadn't squat in like over 5 years. But yeah, that's where I'm at least for June. I don't know if I've gotten stronger or not for July, but yeah, guys, if you want to stick with the journey and come with me and stuff, like the video, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on anything, whatever. But hopefully the audio is good, and yeah, I hope to eventually get like a sleeper build, like a really good sleeper build. That's my goal, and yeah, but peace. One thing I did forget to mention, in terms of the plan, so I'm gonna be doing, I call it the barbell big five, or the big five barbell. So squat, deadlift, bench press, overhead press, and barbell row. And then for accessories, calf raise, standing calf raise with a dumbbell, lateral raise, rear delt fly with the dumbbell. These are all with pretty much dumbbell. Oh my god, I forgot one of them already. Definitely farmer's carry for grip and forearm. Oh yeah, and curl. I'm still debating on which one I want to do more, either hammer curl or bicep curl. It depends. With hammer curl, you can get the forearm and the bicep. With bicep is more concentrated, but that's it. So it's 5 of the barbell, and then lat, rear delt, calf raise, curl, and carry. So just 10 exercises. And that's pretty much it. And then I guess you could include as an accessory, because I don't really count in terms of like weightlifting. I do still plan to do like pull-ups, to get the most out of that. Some decline push-ups for upper chest, and then dips. Oh, I forgot. And for triceps, I forgot the other accessory. Dumbbell tricep extension. Yeah. That's for that. So I guess 11 exercises, or maybe 12, 13 in total. So I plan to do that as like my weightlifting. Still not sure yet if I want to do twice a week, doing 4 hard sets, or 3 times a week, doing 3 hard sets each time. I think I might stick with 2 times a week, because it's just easier for me to recover the best that way. And then I swim 3 times a week for an hour each. 1 bike race a week. And then, of course, get my daily steps in, usually 10,000 steps. But yeah. Okay, peace for this time.